Why many chase their ideal shape with surgeries and shortcuts? Some women were born with what others now pay thousands to mimic. So today, we ask a simple question with a complicated answer. Why do South African women, especially among the Khoisan culture, have curvaceous hips? The answer lies in a little known condition called Steatopygia. But to understand it fully, we have to go back, way back. In the early 1800s, a South African woman named Sarah Baartman was taken to Europe. Her body, especially her hips and buttocks, sparked shock, intrigue, and eventually exploitation. Sarah was Khoisan, one of the oldest indigenous people of Southern Africa. She was exhibited like a circus across Europe, often naked, forced to sing and dance while white crowds jeered and gawked. In some exhibitions, she was locked in cages, her body poked and prodded. She wasn't treated as human. She was treated as a scientific specimen and a freak show attraction. They called her the Hottentot Venus. Her elongated labia, which were common amongst Khoisan women, were mocked. Her buttocks protruding due to Steatopygia were called unnatural and obscene. Yet, in a strange twist of hypocrisy, posters described her as the most correct and perfect specimen of her race. So what does that even mean? They were both mocking her and marveling at her. Steato meaning fat and pygia meaning buttocks. It's a genetic condition characterized by the accumulation of fat in the buttocks and upper thighs, creating a smooth, curvy silhouette that extend beyond the gluteal region. This trait isn't common globally, but it's especially prominent among the Khoisan people of Southern Africa. There's been debate for years. Is Steatopygia purely genetic, or was it driven by natural and sexual selection? According to Charles Darwin, Steatopygia was a result of sexual selection, meaning it became more common because it was seen as attractive and desirable by mates, which helped the trait pass down generations. But there is more to it than attraction. This kind of fat served as an evolutionary purpose in hot, arid climates, storing fats in the hips rather than the belly, and it helps the body stay cooler, preserve energy during food shortages, and protect reproductive health in women. Some researchers believe that this gave women a better chance of surviving and successfully raising children, a biological superpower, not just an aesthetic future. So in essence, these curves are visible results of survival and not just seduction. But while these curves were practical and even beautiful in their native context, they were treated very differently under the colonial gaze. When the European colonizers saw these bodies, they didn't understand them, so they fetishized them. They called them exotic, they called them wild, and they called them unnatural. Women like Sarah Baartman were reduced to curiosities. Their physical features were separated from their humanity, and this set a dangerous precedent that black women's bodies were to be watched, judged, and owned, but not respected. For years, even after Sarah Baartman died in 1815, her body was still exploited. Her skeleton, brain, and preserved genitals were displayed in the Paris Museum until 1974. It was until 2002 that her remains were finally returned to South Africa and buried with dignity, but the damage had already been done for generations. Black women, especially African women, were told that their bodies were wrong, too much, too wide, and too different. Even though their shapes were scientifically natural, they were made to feel like outsiders in their own skin. But some things have changed. Fast forward to 2025, and the conversation has taken a new turn. Social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube have allowed women to take control of their image. These same features once mocked are now celebrated. The same curves, once hidden, are now flaunted with confidence. Influencers and celebrities with steatopygic shapes are now shaping the narrative. From viral dance videos to fashion pages, the body that once shocked Europe is now shaping cultures. But let's be honest, not all of this is healthy. The BBL trend shows that while the world now admires curvy figures, many still chase it artificially, even often knowing that the history behind it was not just easy. What's natural in places like South Africa, built through centuries of biology and heritage, is now a fashion trend in other parts of the world. In South Africa today, there's a new wave of cultural reclamation. Since the apartheid in 1994, there's been a push to honor indigenous communities and the beauty they bring to the nation's identity. The Christian people, once marginalized, are now being more widely recognized. That includes their language, traditions, and yes, their physical traits. Steatopygia is no longer a source of shame for many. It's a badge of pride, a marker of identity, and a reminder of ancestral strength. So the next time you notice the shape of a South African woman, pause for a moment. You're not just looking at a curve. You're seeing evolution, resilience, culture, and history, all moving in one beautiful motion. Steatopygia is not a condition to be laughed at. It's not a trend to be copied. It's a living story, passed down through generations of women who carried it with pride and pain. And now, maybe for the first time in centuries, the world is leaning to see it for what it truly is: natural, powerful, and African.